myself. And if I could only learn to be me. Well, these years are passing and I'm still the same, and I wonder why I'm different, and yet I haven't changed. And these years are passing and I still don't see that the only way to find my life is to lose my life and be here.
My mission for this is just simple. We want to reach people for Jesus Christ. We don't want to just be musicians up here, you know, expressing music and entertaining people, but we want to reach people. And our mission, our vision is to challenge them to go deeper with Jesus Christ.
When we have things messing up in our lives, we go and we run to other people and we try to get them to solve our problems, you know, and help us. And you know what the truth of the matter is? They're messed up people too. And you know what? We can't solve each other's problems. But there's one person who's not messed up and one person who's able to heal our every need. And that person is Jesus Christ.
I've gotten to know them not just as another group that comes. You know, as a youth pastor, you get so much stuff in the mail and so many opportunities for different bands, different ministries to come and share with you, and it's hard to know what to choose. But I'm glad I chose them. I'm glad I asked them to come, because since then I've had the opportunity to spend time with them as friends and as family, and I've sat at their dinner table, and they are. They're who they are trying to be all the time. They are servants of God. They are putting forth a message of hope and a challenge to go deeper in your walk. And their music's just great, and it gets better every time I hear them. God's blessing them in so many ways, and they really are, they're who they appear to be on stage in their real life.
Or is it simply understood when everything falls apart? You're there to catch me when I fall away. Lord, I want you to know, with every motive of my heart, I will declare that you're my God, even though I don't have the words to say. Or is it simply understood?
Because this whole thing has been like a faith walk kind of thing. It's been just a little by little. God gives you one step and then He gives you another. But I'd say the main turning point, the main time when it really came together was when I went to a GMA conference in Kansas City, Missouri.
And he came home and he was just like blown away. You know, God has really spoke to me in this. This needs to be ministry driven.
I went for a walk in the woods and God just laid it all on me. And the whole point, the whole message was that this was going to be a ministry-driven thing from here on out. Before it had been like a music-driven thing, and now it was a ministry thing.
So won't you go and take this life away? Exchange it for something that's a little more in. Would you take this life away? She says everything in life's for sale, and everything about you is retail. And she can afford it, so she buys generic, and it all just falls apart.
Sometimes, you know, somebody, I've seen it a lot, you know, reading about the early church, where somebody gets a vision for something, and people just kind of jump on and start helping. And after a little while, you don't even remember who had the vision first, you know, and the span's that way.
Instead of having a bunch of guys all one age who are you know, kind of doing their thing, you've got a family. You've got from 17 to 40-something. And each one has an opportunity to minister to people in that age group through what they're doing, too.
Kids really love music, really, is one of the main things. Just music is a real, catches people well. And to see someone their age up there sometimes might inspire them, you know, if they're into music a lot, and you know, you get along well with them. You get to talk a lot.
I think the reason for that is so I can talk to kids and be able to minister to them more often and better. So yeah.
Sometimes I get the feeling I'm just running round in circles on a one-way street that comes back around again.
There's always some point during the concert that we'll just make it all ministry, and I'll just tell all the kids, hey, sit down right now, right where you are. I'm going to have something I want to share with you. And so, you know, we did that the other night at the Shed, and we do that everywhere because, again, if we just go there and we entertain and we rock it out, we haven't achieved what we're trying to do at all. We're trying to bring a message across.
Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." God isn't just the God who created the world and then just stepped back to see what happened, but He's a God that has an intimate plan for our lives. And I believe He has a plan for your life, and He has a plan to change you.
You just really wonder if your message is really getting through. And you go into the place, and there's so many different people with so many different needs, and they're at totally different places with God. And you know that you as one person with one message are not able to, you know, meet all those needs. But you know that the Spirit of God is able to. So my biggest prayer is that when we go into the place, that God's Spirit would be there before us, and that He would change lives however it is that He's called to do it.
Your love is more than I can know. The way you forgive, your glory's been exposed.
God's blessed them. He's taken them to places they've never been before. He's introduced them to the people that they need in their life and in their ministry. And yet the whole time He's challenging them and keeping them real in their walk. So if you have the opportunity to bring them to your church or to your community, do so. You'll be blessed by what you hear and by the ministry they bring to you.